is a beautiful fall day at Galbraith Mountain, and I am aboard the Kona Process 153 CRDL. This is Kona's large travel 29er. It's a bike that they market towards enduro racing and kind of their large travel do-it-all rig. Having so much travel, it's an extremely nimble bike on this climb. It's very easy to initiate a corner with it, and just kind of gives you this great sense of tight switchback confidence. I think the reason this bike feels so good on tight corners is the fairly snappy chain stays. They're 425 millimeters long, and they're quick to follow the front tire. It's also quite a lightweight feeling bike. When you put the power on the pedals, it definitely rewards it. Doesn't seem to squat very much at all. This bike's got quite snappy shifting thanks to a SRAM X01 drivetrain. I do have plenty of reach. The bike's got a 475 millimeter reach, which is plenty for me. But the whole bike has got this almost like hardtail BMX bike feel, where it's just easy to pump along and just feels quite small. It's quite easy to initiate a wheelie at any point. As far as the kinematics of the rear end, it's pretty out of sight, out of mind. The bike just feels super balanced, and I don't really need to think of it. I think anybody who grew up on a hardtail would find themselves really liking this bike. All right, it is time to point the Kona downhill. Let's see what it's got. Yeah, it definitely still has that kind of lively feel, probably provided by that short rear end. It's such a snappy bike, it kind of makes you just want to change your riding style. Woo! Absolutely one of those bikes that kind of stands out on its own, having its own character. It's quite easy to pop. I mean, I can't really think of too many words to describe this bike that aren't snappy, quick, playful. And it's definitely making a lot of the transitions, the little doubles on the trail, easy to clear today. This bike's just such a fun conduit for 29-inch wheels, because you just get this awesome like stability feeling, but at the same time the most peppy, nimble little feel. Yeah, like pedaling out of the saddle feels quite good on this bike too. And as far as the components, oh, it's so easy to get that handlebar real low. That's great. As far as the components, the Kona RC brakes are amazing. Woo! Look at me just wheeling out of corners. That's rad. Kind of easy to slap the rear end of this bike around too. But the brakes are just immensely powerful. All the power you need right when you need it. Oh, just doubling through all these gnarly routes. Honestly, this bike does make me a little timid to get over the front end, and I have a feeling that's just something to do with the weight distribution of such a short rear end. Woo! Ooh, yeah. Doubles for days. Find all the doubles. Throw some manuals in. Oh, oh, oh. I think this bike is for somebody who's looking for an extremely capable bike with long suspension, but also puts kind of like playfulness and agility at the top of their list. This process is for people who find that a lot of new bikes are getting too long for them and they want to retain the playfulness. And I respect that. And I think this bike is the perfect solution to that. I mean, how many long travel 29ers have ever been described as BMXy? But call me crazy, that's how I describe this bike. So if you like this review, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. And for the full write-up, go to freehubmag.com. Woohoo!